So, firstly, just ignore the music. I don't know whether it's party these guys are doing next to our house here. But yes, I'm still at home. So, I think previously I saw this that school has vacated and all that, and I'm at home. And what I just kind of want to talk about today is the dropping out issue. So, my original plan before was. Let me take this off my ears. So, my original plan before was that after school, like once we finish this previous semester that I just ended, like I'm done with school. And I've been debating it and all that, especially as I told family members and all that, I'm receiving like clashback and all that it's a stupid idea. So I've just been having so many conflicting thoughts, and I don't know what exactly to do anymore. But it seems that during all this time, I don't know if I said it before, but I started to take my shit seriously. Like, so just waking up and just lying around and watching YouTube videos here and there, I decided to actually start doing things like working out. Now I do 100 push-ups every single day, every single morning. I call it paying your dues. You have to wake up and pay your dues. So I wake up, I do 100 push-ups, not like 100 straight. I do like 25, 4 sets of 25. And the last 2 sets are usually very tedious, especially the last set. So it's very, very hard. So let's say for like the last 3 weeks to a month now, for like the last month or so, or like the last 3 weeks or something like that, I was fasting till 6 o'clock. It's just this week that passed that I stopped doing it. But I'm not thinking of continuing it this week again. I started reading books. I recently read the book The Alchemist. Now I'm reading Can't Hurt Me Again. I've been making YouTube videos, doing all these things. Well, I can't remember why I'm both telling you all this, but I've just been doing all these practices. Okay, I remember now. And one of the other things I've been doing is reading my Bible and praying, because I remember my older brother was talking to me, and he heard like I'm dropping out and all that, and was like, isn't it just like a really stupid decision that I haven't really prayed about it? And before I've prayed to God about it, but I was just like, God help me and all that. But until I now decided to like really actually like hear what God has to say according to my brother. So I literally pray that God should give me a sign that if He wants me to not drop out, if He wants me to stay in school, I should actually like He should just give me a clear sign, either through a dream or whatever. It's funny that the first time I wanted to drop out, I think I still said something like that. But like the point I was just trying to make is that I should give me a dream, like should give me a sign through a dream or vision, or when like. I know I'm the type of person that doesn't usually get dreams and all that. So even if it's like me watching a video or reading a book, I should just give me like a paradigm shift that I will just know like it's God that is speaking right now. So I waited. I said before the end of this last week that just passed. No, before the beginning of this last week that just passed rather. And one day I was reading the Bible. I don't know if I've said this before, but I was reading the Bible, and around is Matthew. So I'm reading the story of Jesus, and there was this particular part when Jesus said like, why do you have little faith? And that part just hit me. It hit me hard. It was like, why don't you believe in yourself? Like why do you have little faith? Then the reason why it only hit me the most was I was worried about if you drop out now, you're going to live on the streets. I'm throwing away an opportunity. Like, first of all, I have my uncles in Canada, and I have 2 uncles in Canada, then 1 auntie staying there. And presently another uncle is about to go in there to Canada. Probably before the end of this year, would have migrated here from Nigeria to Canada. So it's like I almost have a guaranteed path to Canada, especially as I'm studying computer science and all that. They're looking for programmers and people and all that. So it's almost like if I just graduate with a really good degree, with a really good score, like really good GPA or whatever, like I almost have a guaranteed path to Canada. So and also people that go to school do better than people that drop out. So I was just thought like, if I now drop out of school, like I might not just throwing all that away, like. And again, once you drop out, your parents will probably kick you out of the house. So that's like you will probably have to just move out of the house. Like all these thoughts were just coming to my head. And why that part that Jesus talked about, why it really hits me, and why I believe God was trying to show me was that He said like, why do you have little faith? Like why don't you believe in yourself? And the next thing I said was, see the birds in the sky. Birds, we all know birds, they fly around. Like they don't ever have to work. They don't ever have to work. They don't have to labor for their food. Yet they eat, they survive, and they are 100 times dumber than you. You know, they are 100 times. Their own life is not like wild. So like they are being hunted. They are like prey and predators. Like they just live in the wild. The animals. And if all these birds, as crazy as their life is, they are able to eat and just live their life normally, how much more you that is a human being that is like 100 times more, 100x more like valuable than all these stupid birds of around. And that part just hits me. And the other one too was, you know, he also gave the example that if what do they call it, flowers or that lilies or something like that, you know, they grow in the garden and all that, and you know they don't work, they don't do anything, but yet they look a lot more beautiful than King Solomon. He was the richest man at a particular time in the world, so back in like the olden days or something like that. And like all those flowers, they don't work or do anything, yet they look a lot more beautiful than King Solomon when he's in his like most beautiful clothes. And yeah, you know, flowers are dumb, like they are just plants. How much more you that is a human being? And that part really hits me because like it just made me realize that God is on my side. That's what I just felt like. God is on your side. I don't know care what religion you are, whether I believe in God or not. Me, I'm Christian personally, so I'm just going to speak my faith, obviously. But even though I've had these realizations and all that, you know, with all the advice of everything and just thoughts and everything, I've just been having second thoughts. So let me just stop beating around the bush. I've already talked for 6 minutes. That's crazy. I just get straight to the point. So the thing that is on my mind now is, you know, on one hand is like drop out of school because, you know, even if I eventually graduate with computer science, first of all, I'll just say that from the beginning I never wanted to really study computer science. Since I can look back to 2019, I still remember that time I was about, you know, where like in SS3, that was like our final year in high school, depending on whichever part you live in the world. And you know, everybody had the idea of the course they want to study under. I mean, I didn't know. And the thing that was on in my mind to even like pursue and study was arts related courses. Like I was interested in like literature, poetry, you know, writing, all those type of stuff. But you know, like my old secondary school days, I spent it in like science class, even though I was feeling it like crazy. So I was just thinking like, wouldn't that make sense when like 2 months to the exam, I'll not start wanting to switch to arts? Like it obviously won't make sense. And again, everybody in my house, everyone in my family has this perception that I'm like the tech guy, because when I was younger, like yeah, I did do tech related stuff. Like at the time I used to really like smartphone customization and stuff like that. So I would root my phone and do all this crazy modding, and like at the time I was just really interested in like programming and upgrade, like all those tech software stuff. But over time I just feel like I just outgrew that, you know, not necessarily in a bad sense, but it's like like at different stages in your life you want different things. So what you desire when you're 15 needs to be different from what you desire when you're 20, and what you desire when you're 20 will also be different from what you desire when you're 25, and when you're 25 what you desire when you're 50 be drastically different from what you desire when you're 25. So I just feel like I've left that stage in my life where I really wanted to be a programmer and I wanted to be the next MKBHD. The original reason why I even started my YouTube channel was because I wanted to be like the next Unbox Therapy at the time. But I just feel like I eventually outgrew that. So, but because everybody has already put this notion, you know, oh, you're the engineer, you're the tech guy, whatever, I just couldn't really express myself or say what I want. So I just ended up in this state of confusion and doubt and like stuff like that. But you know, eventually I wrote the exams, and it was surprising because I think it was only JAMB I really prepared for. Like I tried my best. The remaining post-TME WAEC, like I didn't read shit. Surprisingly, I still passed. So it was very surprising. But anyways, maybe it's just gotcha. But so like the point I'm trying to make is, oh man, my space is already running low. The point I'm trying to make is I never really wanted to be in computer science anyway. And you know, at this same time too, I started watching a lot of self-improvement videos as well. So you know, motivational videos, and you know, I'm like, see all these videos that are talking about take charge of your future, take responsibility for your life, stuff like that. And you just know, like I'm the type of guy that loves all those type of stuff. So you know, the thought of just like quitting school in the first week, I now eventually thought like, so I'm in 100 level now, I'm in 200 level now, because I just thought that I could just can't really continue living this fake, inauthentic life when I just pretend to everybody like, oh yeah, I'm studying computer science, when I honestly don't even care. One, and two, I don't even really go to classes. I just like in an entire semester I can only go to like maybe 1 or 2 classes. I never do any tests, never do any assignments, never do nothing. It's just surprising that I don't always feel like my results is usually bad, but not bad enough that like I just feel like terribly. It's always very funny. But so I just thought like, I can't keep living like this. I can't just keep pretending. I can't keep doing all this. Like I just can't. Then I just thought to myself that if I'm going to stay in school at all, why don't I actually study something I actually at least care about? And the only thing in my mind was just switching to arts. Study like literature or poetry or drawing, something like that. And like filmmaking, all this type of stuff. I just thought about it that, especially here in Nigeria, if you are studying any degree in any university that is not like engineering, medicine, computer science, like all those big serious degrees, it's probably a waste of time. It's probably a waste of time, energy, money. Like, don't just bother. Is that that's for me? If you are going to go to university at all, especially if you are living in Nigeria, is either I'm going to study the big, medicine and what they call the big courses. If I'm going to study something like sociology, you see some business admin, foreign language, like stupid courses, like those, like to me it's just like the complete waste of time and money, because those jobs, probably like there's just no real market. Like the value of those degrees are very low, basically. So that's why I thought, if I'm not going to switch from computer science to like poetry, like what's that the whole point of going to school just because 100 times worse? So I'm not just in this weird spot like I should just give up, like just quit the shit and all that. But I also remember at the beginning of this year, another reason why I didn't also quit again. I'm running low on storage. Wait, let me see. Let me just try to wrap everything up itself, making this video longer than it needs to be. Another reason why I didn't quit again was because I was just lazy. Like in 2021, I told my parents, I was dropping out. I attempted it, but 2 days later I changed my mind. But the realization I came to at that time was that you're not doing anything. You wake up, you watch YouTube videos, you play video games, you eat like you're just not doing anything. You're not useful, you're not productive. So like now you want to drop out and do all these big businesses, and you think like come on. So I now just decided to choose. So my mindset was not like when I work, I'm actually going to start doing stuff for myself, and I will now eventually drop out. But I remember at the beginning of this year, but the thing is that that's not, instead of me to just actually do this stuff, I'll now end up just procrastinating and just doing nothing. Now I remember at the beginning of this year, I just told myself that if by the ending of this previous semester that I just left, I've not still really made any progress, like there's no need to drop out again, because I'm already like in the middle of my course is 4 years. So and second semester is 200 level. That's my second year. Like that's probably like the middle of it. That's like maybe 55% done. That's if no special events happens like strike or COVID or whatever. Then I now just thought like what would not be the point of dropping out? So I've now reached that point now, like about to enter second semester. And my own way of measuring if I'm really making progress is the first one is my day-to-day action should just be like work. Like if I'm uploading like let's say a video every single day or even multiple videos a day, and that's progress. Or the best results is I'm already making money online. Like if I'm already making money from my YouTube channels, like that's also like best case scenario. But I do need that. But I say the YouTube, like I'm uploading frequently and all that, but I'm running out of space. So I just thought like, is there not still need to drop out again? Everybody, oh man, I don't even know. This video is just a mess, but like, is there even need to drop out again? Because everybody in my family is like against the idea. 1, 2, like I said that if by the middle of this year I've not made any money online, like there's no point, there's no real point in dropping out again. We're already in the middle of the year and I've not still made any money online. Then 3, like why don't you just live a normal life? and guaranteed path to Canada, or at least semi-guaranteed. Nothing in this life is really guaranteed, but it's like kind of not everybody has the opportunity. Not everybody that lives in Nigeria has the opportunity to migrate to Canada once they graduate. So like I just feel like that's something you should be grateful for. Well, let me try and see if I can clear storage. I can't remember what I was saying in the previous clip, but I'm just going to continue from here. I hope you can hear me. I just hope you can hear me from here, sure. So, what was I even saying? I can't remember. Okay, so I think I was saying I was weighing the options of whether I should drop out or not. So the first thing that came to my mind was, what am I saying? So I was weighing the options whether I should drop out. The first reason is, drop out because, well, like I never wanted to even be, like I never wanted to even be studying computer science anyway. Like that's one. Two, like school is not even really that relevant anyway. Three, I think the main reason why I just feel like, when people hear that I want to drop out, they're always like, why you want to make such a stupid decision? You're gambling with your future, you're playing with your future, you don't know how valuable school is. I just feel like in this modern day, especially with the internet and everything, and where smartphone cameras are literally doing competition with professional DSLR cameras. Like my father now uses an iPhone 14, either iPhone 14 Pro Max or so, I'm not very sure. It's one of the 14 series, the high-end 14 series. And it's not like he bought it. They gifted him when the time my uncle did his wedding. When he came, he gifted him the phone. And some pictures you snap with that phone, you can easily tell somebody that they use a professional camera to snap that phone, and people will believe. Like nobody will even question it. Like, oh, you use a phone to snap this? They'll just be like, yeah, it looks professional. The portrait and everything. What I'm trying to say is, in a world like that where phone cameras are literally doing competition with professional DSLR cameras, and there's AI, ChatGPT, and all this craziness, and like there's YouTube and all these free resources. Like I've seen so many ads. Like there are so many courses as well. If you won't have money to buy, like if you don't want to pay for anything, there are a million free courses online. A million. Like there's this particular copywriting one I saw, about 2 hours long, completely free on YouTube. There's this other one I saw again, SMMA. It's not on YouTube, it's like a website, completely free as well, in depth. Like all those type of courses, you want to tell me if you follow them religiously for the next 2 months, 3 months, 6 months? No. You want to tell me if you follow them religiously for the next 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, like you will not make any progress. The reason is like, how will you not make progress? The only reason why somebody will not make progress is only either A, you have not done it long enough, B, you are doing the wrong things, or C, you are very lazy, or you're not just doing anything at all. That's the only reason why I feel. Because to me, it's like, why won't you make progress? Like, how I put it now, it's almost like in the online world, this creator economy and all these things everybody's talking about. It's like so structured now. It's almost like, think about it like maybe like an open space before, but now there's highway and all these things. So it's almost like people have paved roads. There's like legit highways that you can stay and drive on. Like there's direction. There's like, go here if you want to get here, follow this, do this. Like you can literally search YouTube videos. Like just like when I always hear people say like, all this online stuff is like scam, like it doesn't work. Like when people don't believe it always usually pisses me off, because it's just like they usually downplay it. They usually feel like it's not really something. Meanwhile, it is. Like there's a million resources there. So to me, anybody that usually hear, that is not doing well, that the person is poor because didn't go to school, whatever. Like to me, I just feel like that means that person is lazy or ignorant. It's one of the two. Like Andrew Tate said, arrogant, lazy, or stupid. But to me, the person is probably no, it's either lazy and it's usually ignorance as it means, because many of those people, when you look at them, they usually work hard. Like you see like a keke driver here in Nigeria, keke driver, you know, these women that sell stuff in the market, bricklayers, all these guys. So all these guys, like, they work hard, they genuinely work hard. But why are they still broke? Some people say it's because they didn't go to school or whatever. True. The main reason why I feel like they are broke is because they're ignorant. Like they don't know better. If they did, because if you literally carry your phone right now, go to Google, write how to make money. You know, there are a lot of spammy, stupid videos like make money by typing names on Google, all those type of stupid videos. But there are a lot of also legit like business models that you can actually follow. Something like SMMA, something like building a YouTube channel, faceless YouTube channels, copywriting, you know, freelancing, video editing, like all these legit things you can actually do. So I just feel like anybody that doesn't do those things just because the person doesn't know, the person is ignorant, not because the person didn't go to school or whatever. So that's like the first one. I just look at this beautiful sunset, bro. Like, just look at it. That's what it seems like. It looks like Minecraft. So. Well, it's my camera is bad. It's not too bad, shy. It's like good enough to shoot videos, but it's just like, nah, it's not that. Oh, sorry. So the second argument now, I can't remember what I was saying just now, but I think the two things I was saying, like, first one is, should I quit, should I stay? So the reason why I think I just said the reason why I think I should quit, you know, like, I just feel like it's not as relevant as, to me, it's not like, I just feel like there are other ways to do it. Like, if you don't want to do this way, like, there are other alternatives. So if you choose to drop out or whatever, like, it's not the end of the world. But for the reason why I'm also considering staying is, like, first of all, like I said it at the beginning of the year, like, if by the ending of the semester or by the middle of the year, like, I've not really made any progress, like, is it like I'm so shitty. So let me just try to make this recording as quick as possible, because everyone is already getting dark. But I think the main point I'm trying to say is that on one hand, I want to drop out because, you know, to me, I don't really see the point of school, and I believe that this YouTube thing, I can make it work. Like, you just have to follow the rules. Like I said before, they are like paved paths. It's almost like a highway they constructed. If you want to get, for example, if you want to get to the grocery shop or whatever, you just have to follow the road leading to the grocery shop. You will get there. Like, it's just common sense. You know, that's why when I usually hear my parents also tell me, they will be like, there was this person that, you know, the time they were young, he didn't go to school or whatever. Now look at him. You know, now they are like 30 something or whatever. Like, his life is 100 times worse or something like that. And, you know, he can barely fend for himself because he doesn't have good education or whatever. I just usually think that, to me, those type of people, they are usually lazy or ignorant. But to me, I don't even really think they are lazy, because if you look at the jobs they usually work, it's usually like very stressful minimum wage jobs. You know, bricklayers, you know, all these type of tedious, stressful jobs. So it's probably not that they are lazy. They're not just like sitting around and watching YouTube videos or watching TikTok or playing video games or doing stupid things. Like, they're actually working. So we can't say they are lazy. It's just that they are just ignorant. Like, they just don't know that opportunities exist. And, like, to me, I just feel like as long as I'm able, as long as my body is capable, as long as I'm not sick, as long as there's nothing wrong with me upstairs, and as long as the internet exists, especially the way it does, or at least to a better degree, like, as long as this is not like the 1990s that there's no real internet, like, there's no YouTube or no Google or no like internet or whatever, like, if this was the 1990s, then what they are saying to me makes perfect sense. But to me, I just feel like nowadays, like I said earlier, phones these days, their camera is competing with like professional cameras. So, like, to me, telling me that school, like, if you don't go to school, you know, you cannot earn a good living out, to me, it's just like bullshit. It's just like, to me, it's just like a lie. It's somebody that says that means the person just doesn't know. The person just doesn't know. But at the same time, it's easy for me to sit down here and see all that's not like I've actually made money. On the other hand, I'm also thinking, like, why don't I just stay in school? Like, first of all, like I said earlier, guaranteed path to Canada. Like I said, I have 3 of my uncles. One of them stays in Canada. Sorry, I said 3. One stays in Canada. The other 2 they stay in Texas. And 2 of my uncles, one stays in Canada. The other uncle stays in Texas. Then my aunt also stays in Texas as well. And another of my uncles is about going to either Canada or the US or wherever he's going very soon. So it's almost like once I graduate, I know this will sound kind of egotistical to say, but I'm kind of grateful for it also, because I'm just like far ahead of so many Nigerians my age. Like so many Nigerians my age literally don't have this opportunity. And these days everybody's trying to run away from Nigeria, the whole country is falling apart, blah 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 blah. So to me, I just feel like having that opportunity, like, will I not throw it away just to make YouTube videos? And the second reason why I'm thinking about it again is like I said earlier before, if we start reaching towards the middle of the year and they have not made any money, like what's now, like, why, like at this point I'm already about entering my 3rd year. Let's say within the next 3 to 4 months now I'll be in my 3rd. That's my second to the last year in school. So it's like, why not drop out? Does this really make sense like that? Then I think the last reason after that is I think the last reason after that is going to be like, why throw away this type of valuable opportunity? Especially these days, if you look at, wait, let me recall. Sorry. So I just feel like, I just other small things like that. So I just feel like, does it really matter? Okay, and the last one, sorry, was Jose Zuniga. Two people, sorry, Hamza and Jose Zuniga. TMF, Teaching Men's Fashion. The first one is Hamza. Hamza was like, people just come to him for advice. I want to drop out and start this business. This. Hamza was like, it's good, but you can't really classify yourself as an entrepreneur until you actually start making money. Like once you make your first $1 online, according to Hamza, like you're officially in the game. Then, like at that point, if you want to quit, if you want to drop, if you want to, whatever you want to do, you can do. Like it's 100%. Like you're officially in the game. Like you're qualified. You're basically qualified. And I've not made any money at all. I've not made $1. So it's almost like you have not yet reached that threshold. Then the other one was Jose Zuniga. I recently watched one of these videos a few weeks ago on how to become a millionaire, and it was like the first step is to just graduate college with a high, like a make sense degree, and I can't remember what it was again. I think what Isha was saying was something like graduate college with a high make sense degree, then work on your physique or something like that. Many people, when they go, they usually get all these stupid degrees, sociology, foreign language, like all these stupid type of degrees that's just like it's just like a complete waste of time. So it was like, get a real high-end degree, engineering, medicine, computer science, like something that is like masculine, something that is strong and all that. So like when I'm just thinking about all these things now, I'm just like wondering, like, is this still relevant? But at the same time, the thoughts also keeps coming back to my head, like, on one hand it's like I've gone far, on the other hand I still have like another 2 years before I graduate. So it's like, if I just actually start taking my shit seriously now, 2 years from today, I'll probably be a lot more further ahead. Like I just find a lot of inspiration in Hamza. Like, so Hamza is just an OG. I just keep using Hamza's stories. If we are going to follow Hamza's like one story, it took him about 2 years before he really started seeing significant success. So if I just like start taking my shit seriously from today, right now, it's going to be about 2 years before I see significant success. And that 2 years is going to be about the time I'll be graduated as well. So it's like, I'm just confused. But I think the last test I'm not going to give myself now, I think earlier this year, I think whether around February, March, I recorded a video too, like saying I was going to make $100 or whatever. Like I ended up not doing it as usual, but I'm going to do something like that once again, like for real this time. And this time is like this is like the fine. After this one, no more second guessing, no bullshit. Like this literally is going to be black or white. This is going to determine what happens next. This is going to 100% determine what happens next. If within the next, let's say before the end, within now and July 1st, within now, today is what's on today. Today is like 4th of June or something like that. I mean, today is either 4th or 5th of June. I think 4th. If we're doing today, 4th of June and 1st of July, if I've not made $1 online, and I think I said it before, like I borrowed money for internet connection and all that. So the idea is that I'm trying to pay off that debt. Like yeah, I'm kind of happy I borrowed it because it's almost as if I have infinite internet. So I have like the one that I did before, it was about 20 gig. Then I think I can do another 20, so that will now be about 40 gig in total. So it's almost as if I have infinite internet. So I can upload as many videos as possible. So the point is like I literally have the resources, because that's like majorly 80% of what you need is just internet connection. So I have internet access like all day, every day. So if within now and the ending of this month, that was like beginning of July, whatever, if I've not still made any real progress, if I've not made $1, if I've not made like $1, at that time you can say like, you can give up. Like to me, that's just like the final test. We're not going to this time. We're not going to use any emotion. We're not going. This time it's like 100% logic, 100% black or white. If within now and the ending of July, if I've not made $1 single online, I'm not going to like forget getting clear. If I've not made $1 single online, I'm not talking about going to like all these survey websites and they'll say if you can accumulate 5,000 points is equal to $1 or something like that. Not that type of stuff. If I've not really made legit money that I can withdraw, that I can somehow find a way to like connect it from all those PayPal or all those foreign bank accounts to my local Nigerian accounts, yes, if I've not made that type of progress within now and the ending of what do you call it, ending of June, at that point I'm just going to like anything drop out, like forget it. It's going to be quite painful, because it's almost like I hyped myself so much for it that I'm just going to like be throwing it away. But I think that's literally going to be the last. That's just going to be the last test. The last test. No more arguing. No more like debating. No more nothing. No more. If within now at the end of this month I've not made any money, I've not made any progress, like fuck, like that means you're not supposed to drop out. You're not supposed to drop out. Like I'm not thinking about it. Graduating is not really a bad thing. I just feel like in this, self-help, modern day business entrepreneur, they just see going to school like a very bad thing, and to some degree it's like in terms of the ROI and the like money you pay and everything, so it's like kind of a waste of time. But at the same time, not really, like in terms of education wise that I've gone to school so far, I just feel like I've wasted my time. Not really necessarily wasted. It's like, first of all, I never really attended classes anyway, and secondly, like their teaching is just very stupid or inefficient. But in terms of like experiences, making friends, I don't really have any friends. But like my first year, that was just this previous year that passed. It's actually upper year. My roommates I was staying with, they are like probably one of the greatest people I ever met in my life. And if I never went to school, like I would have never met them. So school is not as bad. And another thing again, before my phone goes off or before everyone gets that completely. So this. Just a few weeks ago when we were writing the exam, I was just looking around and see as everybody's just like, tell me the answer to number 5. The vigilator asked, hey, stupid boy, stand up, like they are cheating, like they'll be talking and all that. And I'll be like, go to the front. They want to write the exam. Out of like everybody in the hall, or probably always like hundreds, let's say like 200 people in the hall. Let's say like 30 or 40 people actually really know the subject. The remaining like 170 people, they're just, let's say out of the remaining 170, let's say another like let's say 100 are just average, and the remaining 70 they're just like idiots. I just literally thought like, see your competition. That's what I just thought in my mind, like see your competition. Literally look around you, see as everybody is lazy and foolish Okay, not necessarily foolish. That's like everybody's just very lazy. Like I just thought about it. Like imagine how easy it to be, how very easy it to be to just like beat all these people, to just climb ranks, to actually like graduate to first class. It will be like very, very, very easy. Because you see, like, and the crazy part is, it will be very easy to climb to like the top 20% of your class. Not necessarily because you haven't smarter. Just literally spend 30 minutes every single day reading for like 3 months. Like, bro, you will understand the subjects better than pretty much everybody. And it seriously really used to blow my mind. Like, why are people so lazy and just like, and you look at those very people, assuming I have a theory, if I'm going to be failing in school, that means you should be winning in something else. You look at people, they're not doing anything, they reach out, scroll on TikTok, go to WhatsApp, go to like no meaningful thing. I just get like truth is already dry. I just thought, like, in my mind, I just had these thoughts that one thought just randomly pops in my head, like, if I for whatever reason end up not dropping out again, like I'm probably going to like graduate with one of the best degrees, one of the highest scores, because it's so easy to win. It's just so fucking easy. People are just lazy and stupid. Very lazy and very stupid. But I think I'll end this video here. I'm low on space, low on battery. Everywhere is already dark. But I think, like I said before, the final test now is just to make, if within now and the end of this month I do not make any money, if I don't make, like, we just forget, like, squeeze part of the equation. I'm not going to do anything dropping out related again. I'm just going to abandon it. I'm just going to forget. I'm just going to like take the L and realize, like, well, one day it was like my 16-year-old dream to become that, like I really try to remember that time I was like 16, 17. I was searching like teenage entrepreneurs and all that. So it was like my dream that time to become one of those type of people. But that's never happened just because of myself. I didn't work hard enough. So, but now that's why I'm still giving myself one last chance. One last chance. You have now till the end of this month. If you don't make any money, like, just forget it. So that's going to be it for now. This is part of the Make Money series. Even though I've not made any money at all. I'll see you in the next one, bro.